Hello all, welcome back to New Hope Tarot, where we will be doing your reading for July 17th. I have meditated upon the cards and I have pre-shuffled. As always though, I will shuffle live. During meditation, Spirit showed me a kazoo. And the kazoo just really means it's time to add a little bit more fun or silliness into your life. If you've been working too hard or, being at home or whatever that looks like for you, it's time to get out. Maybe socialize, maybe get into a gathering, go do something fun, something that brings you a lot of joy, okay? As it's time to add a little silliness into your life, my darlings, okay? And while I am shuffling, I just want to thank everybody who has liked, shared, subscribed, and commented and donated to my channel. I am eternally grateful to you all. Thank you so much for all of that. I also want to let everybody know that these are general readings. Take only what resonates and check out your sun, moon, rising signs. These are brief daily check-ins to check in what your energy is at the time. And these energies extend a few days before and a few days after the actual date. So if you are paying attention to your sun, moon, rising signs through every day, and which should be about 6 minutes, unless I'm doing a little bit extending, but it should be about 6 minutes in total. And you're listening to these on a daily basis, you'll get a good idea of what's going on energetically around you. All right, my dear ones? All right, let's get into this Nine of Pentacles that just came out. The Nine of Pentacles is about standing strong in your own independence, knowing who you are, recognizing who you are, and really stepping into that. Again, it's a card about independence, and it's, as you can see, she's wearing white. White is purity. It is time to step outside. Look at the walls that's surrounding her. Do you see the walls that's surrounding her? It is time to step outside of the walls. It's time to go have a little fun, okay? It's time to go and enjoy life a little, Just go and enjoy it. I'm feeling some hesitation with this Nine of Pentacles. If you're looking at her face, it's like she wants to. Do you see her face? She wants to, but fill in the blank. What that but looks like for you, okay? What's holding you back from adding a little spice, a little color to your life? Right? She's wearing white. Add a little color to your life. It's like she's holding I think this is a falcon. She's holding the falcon that is a beautiful blue, right? She's got blue and green on her. But it's like she's keeping the joy to a minimum. Let that part of you, stop holding that part of you in. It's time to let it out. Okay? You have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Look at all of this energy. Look at all of this energy. All inside. All inside. I want change, but I'm afraid of it. I want for my destiny to come to me. I don't necessarily want to go to it. I want it to happen, but I'm afraid. I want to take action, but fill in the blank. Again, there's hesitancy here. There is, and it's all coming from you. All of this is coming from you. Whoa. Hold on. Yeah. You may not feel like you are worthy of this. You may not, like, there is a belief system that's in play here that either you feel like you're not good enough, you aren't worthy enough, maybe it's never going to come in. Whatever this is, this belief system in your own head, those are all lies. All of those are lies. You are good enough. This is going to come in if you allow it to. If you don't believe it's not going to come in, then it's never going to come in. And you have no one to blame but yourself from keeping that at arm's length. Okay, we don't want to keep that at arm's length. We want that to come in. Look, 4 of Pentacles twice. I mean what I say. I want to change, but I'm afraid to. I have the 7 of Swords. Do things with tactic, right? If you are afraid of going all out, do a little bit at a time. It's fine. Do a little bit at a time, but don't hold yourself back completely, okay? Work with your own energy. If you're ready to take a leap, then take a leap. If you're not ready to take a leap, then take things slow, but you need to move. You can't just stand still. You need to move. We have the King of Wands in the energy. You have all of the abilities within you. You can attract whatever it is you want to attract in, but you're not going to unless you have the belief system in place, okay? Unless you have that, but nope, they actually want me to leave that there. And they want me to keep the King of Swords, or King of Wands there as a reminder that this is what you need to hear. So I will go ahead and leave this here. There you are. And I will go ahead and get started with Cancer, because we're still in Cancer season, you guys. Empress, strength, free, and electric eel. Do you see the difference between this 9 of Pentacles and the Empress here? Their energies are really similar, typically. And this, I'm independent, but I'm afraid of doing XYZ, whatever that looks like for you, okay? And look at the difference in this face, and look at the difference in this face. This one's like, I'm independent, I want something to come to me, but no matter how attractive you are physically, unless you own your energy like the Empress here, it's not going to come in. You can be the most beautiful person standing in the club or at the grocery store or whatever. But if your energies around you are saying, don't mess with me, or, oh no, I'm afraid, or, oh no, whatever that looks like with the wrong energies, you're not going to bring something in. But here, with this Empress, look at this energy. I know who I am. I have beautiful energies. I will attract the right thing my way. Versus here, you might attract something in, but it isn't going to be the right thing if you stay within that energy. All right. Sorry, Cancer. I went off on a tangent there, but I wanted to show the difference of what that looks like. Stand in your own energy. Right? Allow things to gravitate your way. And only the right thing will come. So if it is taking long for something to come your way, it's only because you know exactly what you want, and that is the thing that's coming your way. You know, it's not like a freeway, you know, with no vehicles on the lanes. This is a freeway. It has a lot of vehicles in the way, and the person needs to get to you, or the situation needs to get to you, and they have to navigate through all of that. But I'm telling you, once it happens, it's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. Stand in your strength. It's coming. I really do feel like you're freeing yourself from something, or something is coming in and it's going to make you feel free. All right? Either or both. And it really does make you feel more alive. Just more fun, more energetic. I like this a lot, actually. Cancer. Leo. Strength. Wow. Ask body in reverse. Fluid. And vulture spirit. Okay. Talk about showing up, Leo. This is your card. And we're talking about, I'm going to bring these down so we can see these cards a little bit better. I didn't realize. There we are. I feel like you've gone through a situation that has actually made you so much more stronger and much wiser to your surrounding energies, to the things that are around you and what is available to you. And because you are more open to receiving that, you flow through, not necessarily like through life, because no one really coasts through life, but you kind of flow with situations, whether good or bad. You just kind of go with it. If it's a bad situation, you learn from it. You go, that's okay. Nothing is wasted. I'm learning from this situation. Whether it was somebody who did you wrong or that you made a mistake, you're learning and you're growing. There's a lot of growth here, Leo. And the more you flow with it, the more you grow. I like this attitude of nothing is wasted. Learning from every situation possible is going to really elevate you. Virgo. 7 of Wands. Surrender in reverse. Heard. Right now, Spirit. Virgo, you may have been keeping something at bay. Or perhaps you feel like something has not been to your satisfaction. Let's say you have a job and you have been working really hard and, you know, to get noticed. And it just isn't working. And you're like, are you kidding? I'm like busting my bum. Why isn't anybody noticing me? And this is really asking you to ask yourself, what's the point of you being noticed? Are you doing something because you want to put out the best work out there? And the side effect is that you'll be noticed, or Are you wanting to be noticed? And in order to get noticed, you have to do extra work. So recognize there's a difference energetically between the two. Doing something because you thoroughly enjoy it, and if you get notice or recognition because of it, that's a positive energy. If you are doing something just to be noticed, and you have to do extra work that you may not have typically have done, may or may not have typically done, that comes from ego. That's a low vibration. Okay, so recognize what it is you are wanting to attract, and if it isn't aligned with the heart space, the thing that you actually want, you want to do such a great job, and the side effect is the recognition. If it isn't in that energetic field, then you need to reset your ideals, because otherwise you're working a lot bit more hard, a lot more difficult, or a lot more harder than you typically would. If I could get words out, that would be great. You're working a lot more than you would have if the idea is just to put the best quality out there, and eventually you get recognized for what it is. But that's not the main objective. All right. The goal here isn't to overcome any obstacle. The goal here is to do and put in the best effort to your ability. By doing that, you naturally overcome any obstacles, okay? Naturally, without having to put in extra work. Yeah, do it because you want to, not because you want recognition, okay? Whether you're seen or not, do it because you want to, Virgo. Libra. The Fountain in reverse, Shadow in reverse, Alive, and Antelope Spirit. I feel like you've ended some sort of cycle, Libra, and you've ended that cycle by doing a lot of shadow work. And now, after doing all of that shadow work, I feel that you feel much lighter. There's an energy about you that is far more lighter than it has been. It's almost effervescent. And because of it, life is just happening. It's coming at you in the best of ways. Not bad, just in really good ways. It's like things are just happening all around you. And I feel like you're taking full advantage of what that looks like for you. So good for you. Speeding up. Life is speeding up. You created this, my dear one. Good for you. All right, Scorpio. 8 of Coins, Underworld, Stretch, and Groundhog Spirit in reverse. Scorpio, I feel like you have disengaged in regards to some sort of situation. And I don't feel like that's actually bad. I really don't. Because I feel like whatever you disengaged from kind of held you back. And because you've disengaged with whatever this was, you've learned to understand the polarities of things and the flow of things. Of going to extremes aren't beneficial, but being somewhere in the middle, that is the sweet spot. And I feel like you've actually have let go of an old mindset that did pertain to that. That's what I'm getting here. I hope that makes sense. Because I feel like that's actually going to thrust you forward. Yep. You needed to learn that lesson. You needed to find out Queen of Cups in reverse. You needed to learn that lesson. You needed to understand that what other people's expectations of you were actually placing more burdens than they were necessary. Now you're leaning on yourself, saying, what are my needs, and is it beneficial to me? Like, what are my needs, like, beneficial? So is it a true need, or is it a want? I need, a mansion. Well, do you really need that? Or is that just something that you want? Is that going to give you extra burdens? Is it not? Right? I feel like that is how you're now seeing life. Before, you may have wanted a mansion because, external factors may have played a huge role in your life. Versus now you're like, I really don't need a mansion. I feel like that's a lot of upkeep, and I kind of like the lighter energies better. I'll take a smaller house so I don't have to work as hard, so I can actually spend more time with my family. Again, going into that heart space. Good for you. Recognizing what your worth is, what your needs are, versus other people's expectations. Good job, Scorpio. Sagittarius, Eight of Swords, speak truth, represent, what? No, present, and Badger, present in reverse, and Badger Spirit. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm getting the sense that you have negative thoughts surrounding you in regards to a situation that has yet come up. It's like you're worried about something that has yet happened. And I feel like you are, by having these worries, these concerns, you are actually preventing this from coming into the present, whatever this is. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to go, okay, so let's say you're worried about something not coming in. Let's say you're worried about not getting a job, okay? Well, if you're holding on to that worry about that job not coming in, then you're not allowing the avenues to be open in order for that job to come in. You need to let go of these thoughts and go, okay, I may not have that job right now, but it's delayed because the other jobs that are around aren't the right ones for me. The right one is on its way, but is not available right now. I have to wait for the right opportunity. When the opportunity arises, then you can be bold and go grab it. This doesn't necessarily pertain to a job. That may not be your specific situation, but that was the example that came up. Yeah, a victory. It's going to happen. It just isn't here yet. The Ace of Wands in reverse. It's not here yet. But not here yet does not mean not here ever, right? You just need to get rid of this, okay? But it's going to happen. Look, it's a victory. As long as you get rid of this way of thinking. Okay, Sagittarius, Capricorn. The Devil in reverse. That's you, Cap. The Alchemist in reverse. Space in reverse. And Flamingo Spirit. All right, Capricorn, you are also a little bit in your head here in regards to a situation or like the way it's like you have torn ideas about a situation that possibly you created yourself or are trying to manifest, okay? So let's say you created a job, or not a job. Let's go with a book. Let's say you wrote a book, right? So it's something that you created. Perhaps one moment you're feeling, yeah, that was a really great idea, and I feel like I need to go put it out there. But then there's this other side of you that's saying, it's like the angel and the devil. Yes, do it. And the other one's like, no, that's crap. You know, but then the other one's like, no, don't listen to them. It's good. Put it out there. And then the other one's like, no, that's crap. It's like this back and forth over something that you created or something that you put out into the universe that you have tried to bring in. It's like you're saying it's never going to come in, but the other one is saying, no, it's going to come in. It's just not the right time. You have to be patient. And the other one's, no, you're not good enough. It's not going to come in. You know, your manifestation didn't work. And this back and forth, whatever this is happening, this angel devil on each shoulder, you know, it's like conscious and ego, or subconscious and ego, right? It going back and forth. You know, it's like the heckler and the cheerleader. You know, at each shoulder going back and forth, and you keep, it's like you're double dutching back and forth all the time in between these thoughts. Yeah, you need to clear out this way of thinking. Embrace the in-between. Understand when you're having these thoughts, they are normal. Okay, don't talk bad about yourself over something that is in your mind. You can clear out your mind, embrace it, understand it, and then move on from it. Pretend your ego, that negative talk is your inner child, and you just have to hug it and say, hey, I know that you don't feel confident right now, but I believe in you. And that's going to have to be enough right now until you believe in yourself, and then move on. Okay? So you kind of have to talk to your ego like that in order for you to get clear-minded. Okay? In order for you to get clear-minded with that. 7 of Cups in reverse. All right, Aquarius. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Observer in reverse, Wild in reverse, and Dove Spirit. You know, Aquarius, I'm getting the sense that you're being silent about something, which I feel is actually going to be incredibly helpful to you. You may have seen something, but aren't talking about it. And you know that by doing so, it might actually get you in trouble, but you had to make peace with the fact that you're not actually being verbal about it. Number one, it doesn't pertain to you. Because I don't feel like this has anything to do with you. It was just you were an outsider and you happened to see it occur. And I feel like you were torn a little bit whether you should speak up or not speak up. But I feel like you finally made peace with not speaking up in regards to this situation, because either it would have been worse for you or worse for someone else, or both. You may be the person that is in constant, like you may be the savior frequently, where you're like, no, no, no. Or like, you know, if you see somebody being bullied, you're like, no, that's not right. But that may get you in more trouble than if you had just shut up and keep your nose out of a situation that does not pertain to you. And I feel like that was a lesson that you learned a while back ago. And you recognizing, I'm not here to help every single person. If someone needs help, they can come to me. Or at the right moment, then I will step in. But I can't step into every situation. And I feel like that was difficult for you to kind of navigate through. But I feel like you're learning how to make peace with that. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Ace of Wands, a new way of doing things. Finding that strength. Finding that recognition of, okay, aha, I saw that. But my initial reaction is I'm going to do this, but no, I'm going to restrain myself and not. Not creating tower moments for other people. Other people can handle themselves. You need to manage your inner self, because literally what I just said here, finding that strength from within. The Nine of Pentacles is, you know, independence, right? Standing in your own energy, which overall is actually a very good thing, but you have to stand in your inner strength. What does that look like? Okay, that inner strength. Not allowing the walls to crumble around you, not allowing other people, situations affect you. You can't fix everything. You don't need to place yourself in a situation where you aren't involved. Period. Okay? Period. Now, I am going to say, if somebody is physically getting hurt or something like that, that's a whole other situation. And we're not talking about a situation like that. We're talking about a situation where, you know, a coworker is complaining about things not being fair. And instead of them standing up for themselves and speaking to their supervisor, you and go do that for them. All right. Whatever, you know, it's things like that. Right. Nothing like physical. Pisces, Queen of Wands, reclaim, faith, Bobcat Spirit. Sorry, reclaim and faith are both in reverse. you know, Pisces, I'm getting the sense that you have 100% gotten a new sense of self, a new vigor and energy about you, where you feel much stronger internally who you are as a person. It's like you found a new sense of confidence in an ability or just in yourself, whatever that looks like. You may have lost faith in that part of yourself, but now you're like, no, I am strong. And you may have refound it because of a really crappy situation, like a situation that actually made you feel less than. Or let's say you're taking a course, right, in art, and you had to paint, and you thought that you were really good in painting, and you kind of found out you're not as good as you remembered or as good as you thought you were. And you may have been a little bit deflated because of that. But because of that, you kept working at it. And you found out that either perhaps through continual dedication to working at it, you got better, or perhaps you found out that the way you do art isn't the way, the typical way. Let's say, you're not Bob Ross, but you are a Picasso, a little obscure, right? Things are a little bit different, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but people find it beautiful, and that kind of slowly build its way up, and you feel really strong about that, very confident about that, and it rebuilt your confidence or your faith in yourself or in your ability. I'm not saying that is what happened. I'm just saying that is that's just an example. So take that how it resonates. Huh. That's so funny. Yeah. You're feeling very strong, very confident, where before you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not as good as I thought I was. I'm never going to get to that finish line. I can't commit to this. This is awful. Like perhaps you started a course and then you're like, whoa, I'm not good. I should quit this course. But I don't feel like you did quit the course. I'm not saying it was a course. It's just, again, just an example. All right. Aries. 4 of Cups in reverse, paradox, release in reverse, and spider spirit. Aries, you may be thinking that something is coming in, an opportunity is coming in, and you're waiting for it, and you're waiting for it, and you're waiting for it. But that opportunity may come in disguised. So much so that you don't even recognize it as an opportunity. You may just foresee it as an obstacle. But the reality is actually, it's a good thing for you. You need to release your inner thoughts of what that is supposed to look like so that it can become a reality, so it can become a thing. Look at, if you're looking at these two cards, look at the similarities in these cards. Pretend this is a spider and this is the web, right? Look at the web down here. Okay? Not everything is black and white. It's not as you perceive they're going to be. They're a lot more intricate. They're a lot more complex. Nonetheless, they're still beautiful. Okay? Still beautiful. A lot of people think spider webs are creepy and gross. It catches their food. But to the spider, it's beautiful. If you ever seen a spider web really close up and how long and how it takes the spider to create it, and how effortlessly they make it, and how beautiful it actually is. It is their home and it's their feeding ground. Again, it is the opportunity for you, but you may not foresee it as such, okay? Taurus. King of Coins in reverse, the Outlaw in reverse, Beauty and the Beast. Just kidding. Okay, and Frog Spirit in reverse. You know, Taurus, okay, before I even get into this, look at the bookmarks, look at the greens. What you thought was going to be a disappointment in regards to a situation actually is not. Out of some sort of disappointment, after reflection or after some time in it, you recognize the beauty in it. You recognize, oh, I actually feel better. I actually can see the positives in this. And you start readjusting how you think about a situation where you kind of feel like you may have been booted out of, booted from, like there was a change in direction, or just a quick drop off. Cut off, actually, not drop off, like cut off. Let's say, you know, you were dating somebody and then all of a sudden, bam, they broke up with you and you're like, what? Like out of nowhere, like no signs, no nothing. You're just like, I mean, perhaps the signs were there. Maybe you never paid attention to them or you never noticed them. And at first you may have been like, what the hell? What happened? And after a while, you after reflecting on it, you're like, it really didn't make me all that happy anyways. And you started sifting through those ideas and you started feeling better about the situation. I'm getting the sense, although it's not here, I'm getting the sense that that needed to happen for a new something to come in, whatever that something is. If it was a job, then it's a better job. If it's a person, then it's going to be a better person. Okay, whatever that looks like for you. I don't know if you saw that came out. I was too busy talking and I saw the card, but I didn't pull it out. It was actually the 10 of Cups. I saw it, but it went right back in. So what are we talking about here? Justice. Yeah. Things balance out. Things balance out the way that they're supposed to. What was holding you back? What was holding you back is actually going to elevate you. Okay? And this is all internal. What was holding you back, what you thought, I should say, not what was. What you thought was holding you back is actually going to elevate you. It's going to balance out. You just don't see it yet. You may think it, you may recognize it, and look what card just flipped over. The Sun. Gemini. The Chariot. Manifest in reverse, Magic in reverse, and Wombat Spirit in reverse. Gemini, something is coming your way or you are going to it. I feel like you're going towards somebody's manifestation. Either somebody is trying to manifest you or you have been trying to manifest someone or something. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a thing, you know, a job, career, whatever that looks like for you. I feel like you're being guided that way. I feel like it's, I don't think I've ever gotten this from this card, but it feels like it's not where you live. Right, sorry, a card just fell, so let me go grab that real quick. Yep. The Ten of Pentacles. It's going to be really nice. It's not where you live. So let's say you're working from home, right? I feel like something is calling you to not be at home. If you're working at at a place of business, it's not at that place of business. It's in a different business, or perhaps you're working from home, you know, vice versa. So wherever you're at, it's not there. It's somewhere else. I hope that makes sense. So let's say you live in Michigan and you're looking to travel or try to get a different job, and there's a potential to move elsewhere. It might be in that different state. Okay, or a different city within, if it's within the same state. One more card, please. One more card. Yeah, I knew I had gotten a feeling about travel or about like not at home. Just you're going toward it. It's actually going to be really good, Gemini. So good for you. All right, my lovelies, that is what I have for you for July 17th. I hope that did resonate. If it did, go ahead and leave a comment. Remember, take only what resonates, leave the rest. Until we meet again, have a great one. Bye.